There was once a young man named Ade, a humble farmer, barely in his 20s. Every morning before the sun had fully risen, he would walk along the narrow village path with his hoe resting on his shoulder, surrounded by mud huts and the tall palm trees of his home. But one morning, Ade's eyes caught something unusual. Under the mighty Iroko tree stood his friend, Sade. She was speaking to a wealthy stranger dressed in flowing agbada. The man stretched out his hand and gave her a heavy pouch. And quickly, very quickly, Sade hid it within her wrapper. From a distance, Ade watched. Suspicion grew in his heart. "Oh, Sade has sold our most precious village land to a stranger. How could she?" Ade said to himself. Then he quickly and quietly ran to the village square and whispered the news to the villagers. Soon, whispers began to stir in the village marketplace. Women selling, men bargaining, children running about, and yet everyone had one topic on their lips: Sade and a stranger. Ade, troubled, spoke to an elder in hushed tones, and the gossip spread like wildfire. Fingers pointed, eyes accused. That very night, the village was in an uproar. Torches lit the darkness as angry voices rose. They surrounded Sade, fear in her eyes, as they dragged her to the king's palace. And among the crowd was Ade, his steps heavy, his face uneasy. Before the king, the pouch was opened, and what spilled out? Precious coral beads, shining, glowing, priceless. It wasn't a pouch of money, as Ade thought. It was a gift from Sade's old-time friend who just returned from the city. The crowd gasped in shock. All eyes turned not on Sade, but on Ade. And then the truth came out. Ade fell to his knees, his head bowed low before the king. "Forgive me," he confessed. His suspicion, his gossip, his hasty judgment had brought him shame. Sade stood nearby, relief on her face, but also hurt. The next morning, beneath the same Iroko tree, Ade faced the village. The same people who had marched with fire now stood silent, listening. And Ade raised his hand and said, "My people, do not let assumption turn friends into enemies. Learn before you judge. Seek truth before you condemn." And from that day, the village remembered the lesson. If you love this story, please like, comment, and share for more of such stories.